Managing complexity in diverse organizations provides resources for professionals, those things that you've been wondering about, different cultures, different communities. And so you'll be in a safe place where it'll be guided discussions, breakout sessions, where you can not only lean in and ask those questions, but also be able to bring your lived experience and be able to learn together as a cohort. My professional experience is over 18 years in corporate America. I'm a diversity and inclusion leader, and I like to describe myself as I was in corporate America before diversity and inclusion was a cool thing. And before, it was just bring your full self to the table. But there were many people like myself that were at the table, but they weren't leveraging their own voices. So I like to speak to not only being diverse, but also creating an environment of belonging, an environment of inclusion. And that's what this course is all about, where you can leverage and say, how am I showing up? Have I been excluding myself, and why have I been excluding myself? And so it's a way for organizations and students to learn together to see how can they amplify their voices when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. As a professor, I like to guide the students through the difficult conversations by giving a clear overview of the purpose of the course, the purpose of the learnings that day, and then also sharing my experience. So it kind of lets their guard down and encouraging them to share amongst the team as we facilitate and learn together. And I always share with them, I'm not just teaching, I'm learning from them as well. So we're a community. Managing complexity in diverse organizations is a very different tool because of the system that we use. So there's been a couple of ahas that I've experienced. For example, a flyer that was sent from a boss, and it was a cycling invitation. At the top, it said, join our cycling club every Saturday for 20 miles cycling. And so the first thought was, some of the students were, well, what if I'm not into cycling? What if I'm not an able-bodied person to actually be able to cycle? What if I don't have the finances to buy the type of bike that I need? What if I'm a parent and I can't cycle every Saturday? So those are the type of real-life examples where we'll show them a flyer, get their perspective, and then see how could it be more inclusive, or what are their thoughts when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. MCDO helps companies equip leaders with the language and skills needed to understand the dynamics of power and bias, manage challenging scenarios, and promote a more effective culture within their teams and the organizations overall.